Well, hello and welcome to Of Life and Land. I think I played this previously, but we're going to be revisiting because I think it's coming out of early access finally. I think it's finally launching. Actually, it might be launching on the day that I release this video because I think it comes out on May 16th, which is my birthday. So I'm going to be MIA today, which is why there's no other video. But we're going to be looking at Of Life and Land. From what I understand, this is like, you know, trying to build like a city and stuff, but I haven't gotten very far in this game. I've had a lot of trouble with it, but we're gonna go ahead and take a look anyway, because there's a bunch of new stuff, and we're gonna skip through the entry scene, and we're just gonna start a new game because I think there's a few new things. I think Lensburg is the newest thing. So let's check it out, shall we? Scenario. That's the word I was looking for.
According to an old legend, a particularly dangerous dragon lived north of the Alps and terrorized the farmers. One day, the Knight brothers Guntram and Bertram were traveling to the Midlands and saw the danger. They bravely took on the task and crept up to the Dragon's Rock. They only just managed to defeat the dragon. Bertram is even said to have been swallowed by the dragon, but was saved in time by his brother. As thanks for the heroism, the peasants promised the knights that they would build a castle on the Dragon's Rock, today's Lensburg. Rumor has it that there was an egg in the dragon's lair that is now in the possession of the brothers.
Okay, so it looks like the House of Lensburg owns a wide range of land, including the Imperial Bailiwick of Zurich, the Bailiwick of, I don't even know how to pronounce those, and it looks like a whole bunch of different places, and are also in possession of Argau, sure, and should consolidate our position in Lensburg. Experience has shown that requests from our lords are not long in coming, and since the Empire joined the Roman-German Empire in 1033, we've been among the royal vassals. Sure. So, I'm not going to even try to pretend how to pronounce those names. Looks like we've actually got Lensburg up here. Looks like there's a little shrine up here and a deep well. So that's pretty cool, as well as the material crate, excuse me. And I'm going to guess that people are going to be coming up here to get some of those materials. I don't know if this actually gives us anything. Looks like we make money that way. I'm going to suspect that this is going to be a very trading heavy version of the game. Let's see, down here we have cows, we've got crops. Kind of looking to see what else we have. Where are people at? It's actually like, can we actually go to them? Oh, they're all down here. It looks like all of our people, or some of our people, are down here with some foxes. What does it mean? Homeless. Same. Okay, let's go ahead. So it tells us what we need to gather or like what we need to start making, and we're going to go ahead and follow that to some degree. One of the things I've noticed in this game, at least for my experience playing independently, or like, yeah, well, independently, but also just playing the main game, is that you can probably ignore the majority of the tutorial stuff for a bit, because if you follow it too closely, you start to run into issues. Because the game kind of just assumes that you'll follow the tutorial as you work, and I haven't really seen any like time constraints in this game so far. And if you just kind of like try and follow it super closely, you end up with sadness and pain. So we're not going to do that. Okay, I need fish. We're going to want fish. I think there might be fish down here. Let's go ahead and check. We're going to look for trout. Okay, so it looks like most of the fish are up in this particular area. So let's go ahead and hold on the fishing place. Let's see. Oh god, where am I? This is very large. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start by building here, and I think this is running pretty well right now. One of the main reasons I was going to actually started recording something much earlier than this, but if I go ahead and let's just go up a few, this one's still running pretty good. If I go much quicker, like to 10 times, I have found that the game just straight up has issues with that. So we're not going to do that. I'm going to build some houses down here. We have 16 homeless people. Each of these houses 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I really hope you guys aren't hearing my cooler turning on and off. It makes a terrible noise. And okay, let's also build a sawing place. Let's see. So we're building our forester's hut down here. I'm going to build a sawing place next to it. So these are all trees. Let's go ahead and plant some trees over here as well. Gonna try and build up our own little forest, shall we? Now, looks like we're doing pretty well so far. Let's go ahead and let's just go up to 2 times and let's see if the game breaks. Actually, this is looking pretty good. It was really when we started to get a little higher. Yeah, you see that cracking as things move? That is kind of the problem, honestly. Okay, so we've got a forester stump and someone has started working there, so we're gonna start getting wood. Okay, so the stonemason and the gatherer shack, but I think if I just like don't move, it'll be okay. All right, so first of all, people are cold, so let's go and take a quick look at the temperature. This is a problem. Let's go ahead and build a campfire right in front of our houses. I want this done rapidly if I can, because the cold is a huge issue in this game, and in fact one of the main reasons why I actually lost a lot of my first few games is I just ended up with like a huge amount of people dead from the cold. Oh, by the way, there is a 30 times, but that causes things to break far more. It looks like it's actually pretty good if I don't start rotating things, so that's good. Let's take a quick look at the temperature. It looks like it's a bit cold. It is spring, like it just got into spring. Looks like we have a gatherer's hut finished. Let's go ahead and have another person work here. So you can actually hire people. Over here, you can automatically fill it if it's vacant. Over here, you can fire or hire people, or you can just click on the names to do that as well. And what I also want to do here, so this little hut, if I hover over, you can see exactly where the gathering is. It's each of the little dots. So I'm going to build a whole bunch of garden beds around this. I'm going to start about here. We're going to just fill in some of this to about here probably. Let's do these. Looks like this is mostly just grass at this point. We do need grass, but our gathering hut is largely for food. Let's go ahead and do this. There we go. Now I also want to get wheat. So I'm going to go ahead and build. I think these are probably almost empty. I haven't been able to find out that if I like build on top of something, if the items underneath are just destroyed or not. So I'm going to assume that they are. And we're just not going to... we're not going to do that unless we have to. Let's go ahead and just run for a little bit. Everything's building. Bunch of straw huts. Looks like we got some mail. Let's see. Envoys from the king visit our court. They talk eagerly about their mission to resolve differences of opinion with the papacy in Rome. They are pleased. I'm not Catholic. I wouldn't know. They are pleased that the expansion of the castle will make travel routes to the south safer. The envoys wish to replenish their provisions and find a place to stay for the night. We will, of course, grant their request, won't we? Not complying with a request from the loyal court is perceived as an insult and disobedience. So it looks like I have 6 days until they arrive. And they need fruits, vegetables, and work ethic. So I guess we will just accept that at this point, and we'll just let them. We have 6 days to fulfill that. That should be fine. I think we've got plenty of vegetables and whatnot from here. So we will see. I am going to build another gatherer shack, though. I think it's in everyone's best interest to actually get at least 2. So if you're playing, having at least 2 gathering shacks seems to be one of the things that just needs to happen. And we do need a tailoring bench now for rags. So I'm going to put that here. I'll just go ahead and fast forward for a moment to get to the daytime. Okay, so we just reached level 2. Now what that means is we have reached the second level of our population, and now we've unlocked a few new things. If you take a quick look at your people here and take a look at their needs, you've got different levels, and as you go, as you complete level 1, level 2 will unlock. As you complete level 2, level 3 will unlock. So we want to keep an eye on that. We do want to take that cautiously. It's not a bad thing to work on your population, but as you move up the level, people get more and more anxious about stuff, like they want additional things. So I have found that it's best to take it a little slow. Like, it won't hurt as far as I can tell. Like, again, I haven't seen, up until this point, I haven't actually seen things with like days remaining on them. So just keep that in mind. Oh, I own 500 gold. Look at that. And it looks like we are out of food. That's a problem. Let's go ahead and get this gatherer's hut done. We're going to build another, invite a couple of employees in here. Let's also go ahead and build that fishing place. Let's see. The trout were up here. Ooh. Oh yeah, you can see the trout are in these different locations. I'm a little nervous because those are really far away. And is there like trout in here? I don't actually see any. Oh yeah, there's some in here. Okay, so we could probably put a fishing place up here. Let's do that. It's not a lot of fish, but that should be okay. Now, as we get close to winter, we will have to worry about heat as well. So we'll want to take that in mind. But for right now, we're just going to fast forward through the evening. Looks like a bunch of our straw huts are done. Everyone now has a place to live. That'll make them happy. So looks like we need 4 more vegetables. So we're doing pretty well. Though our lack of food is going to be a huge issue. This is almost done being built. Let's go ahead and let that be built. And now we've got somebody working here. This will get us meat. And that'll be very helpful. Looks like we were working on rough rags here. Oh, we already produced it, so that should be done. Beautiful. All right, so it's currently nothing from the Empire, so that's great. Let's go ahead and build a community center. Now, the community center is like the first big building that will allow us to do a whole bunch of stuff and is pretty much necessary in order to start immigration. Something that is also going to be super necessary for us to have in order to survive. I know, it's like such an opposite case since everyone is against immigration right now in, well, at least my country. Good times, I guess. Let's go ahead and build, I'm gonna build here. I'm gonna build, that is an oven, and I'm gonna build a hand mill here. That will give us bread, flour and bread. So let's go ahead and just fast forward through the night here. A couple other things that the community center does is it gives you the chance to set schedules. So as of right now, I think everyone works a minimum of 12 hours a day or maximum of 12 hours. Like they have to work 12 hours a day. Eventually that will become upsetting for them and they will want time off. I mean, same. So we will want to change that. Okay, I want to do this. I want to do this. And I'm going to build more wheat fields. I find wheat fields, like I tend to go towards the garden beds, but wheat fields are extremely important. So don't leave them out. And how are these doing? Is there wheatgrass? There's really nothing in these right now. So let's go ahead and just, let's see. Yeah, we'll do that. Perfect. Now we'll probably get rid of these broadleaf trees as well. So don't you worry about that. And people will forage for their own food, so don't you worry too much about that either. Now, as we look into here, you can see that this requires like a whole bunch of stuff, so it's going to take a little bit of time to actually build that. Let's also go ahead. We're going to need a cesspit, and what the cesspit does is you put dirt in it, basically creates compost. So I'm going to go ahead and put the cesspit over here, and it should in this river actually flow downstream. And that should be good. I think that that's what we want. We want that. I'm also gonna build, let's hold for a second and just go ahead and let things run. We're making a ton of money, which is great news for right now. Eventually we will want to build a marketplace because that's part of our things to do. And that will allow us to barter for a whole bunch of different things. Okay, looks like we just got a disagreement. The reform movement of the papacy demands... wait, what? The movement of the papacy demands to be able to appoint abbots and bishops themselves. Until now, secular rulers have been responsible for this. The nobility does not like the new demand at all. Our King Henry VI acts by appointing more bishops, whereupon the papacy demands our king's obedience and threatens him with excommunication. As the majority of the bishops are dissatisfied with the pope, they join the king in demanding the election of a new pope. Ooh, we got some, like, history. What is this? This isn't... what was that game? Age of Empires? Okay, so we do need a lot of work effort and bread, and it looks like we are good there. We're having heat, by the way. One new reward. Our deeds have not gone unnoticed, and we are given important lands to administer from the Empire. Okay, so you find an overview in our castle. So what happened? Did we get additional money? Is that what's happening? I think we're getting additional money, which should be great if true. We have tons of food as well. Looks like we've got bread. Bread and a meat were kind of the two things that bridge that gap. So that's great news for us. Still working on the community center. I don't think we can build a marketplace quite yet. So we will have to wait. Let's see, how far are we? Oh, it's just stone, because of course it is. And only one person can be working on stone currently. And let's go ahead. I'm going to build a well here. Let's see. We need... I think we can basically just plop this anywhere. I could be wrong on that, but I can't actually tell which direction the arrows are pointing. That's not helpful. Now, you may be wondering why we're not developing this particular one as much. What I probably want to do eventually is deconstruct or at least turn this one off and build another gatherer's hut elsewhere, because as you can kind of tell, this area is pretty well already cleared out. So that is a potential issue. And that's because we haven't built any fields or anything over there, but I don't really want it over there. So, and also, let's see, is there any stuff in there? There's some. I want to leave a small space because we are going to be building eventually a bigger and better farm. So it will be a farm. Let's build another gatherer's hut over here, and we're going to replace the one that's over there with this one. And in fact, let's go ahead and turn this one off for now. Just leave it because the goods will still be there, but we're going to move on a little bit. People are getting hot. That is one thing to note here. Let's take a quick look at the temperature. As you can kind of see, it's very warm here in certain areas. It does look like areas around water are a little bit cooler. That makes sense. And areas around trees are a little bit cooler. That is something to keep in mind. I'm going to upgrade this. I will be building houses like next to trees and like kind of not xeriscaping. That's not exactly the word I'm looking for. But that way that we have some level of like climate control. I don't really know, and this is because I haven't spent that much time playing this game. I don't really know if how much it helps, but it seems to. All right, so we just got this one done. Let's go ahead and have everybody work in there. I'm going to start building some cabins. So this houses here have pretty low comfort, and the cabins have better comfort. Let's fast forward through the night. And actually, I think as I move, you can see how much it's actually not bad right now. I have noticed as the game progresses, it gets worse. So there seems to be some stuff going on in the background that makes the game difficult to, like, it has trouble running. Okay, so we now have 4 beds for people. I would really like this to get done. I'm just gonna fast forward until this is done. Though we are coming up on winter time, so we're gonna have to start thinking about heat. Nice, it's because I'm freaking rich right now. And we are done. Come on, we are 1 piece of stone. There it is. All right, so now we have the community center, a couple things that we can look at here. We can do immigration, we can set our schedule, and nobody really works here, but we can upgrade it to do more complex stuff, as you can see there. Okay, but actually let's go ahead and do 2 migration to bring a couple more people into the fold. And I'm gonna build another small cabin here. So that will be very helpful. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do these. Perfect. I have a pretty good, oh, that's outside of the, that's outside of that. So, and so is this one. Okay, well that's fine. Looking good though. But now that we have some additional people, let's go ahead and build a barn. And I'm gonna build the barn over here. Looks like either animals are eating over here or people are gathering things. Might be people gathering things since our food is kind of rough right now. Have people gathered all the stuff from here? Yeah, it looks like they have. Okay, good. So what I am gonna do though is I'm gonna plant a fruit tree here, and I'm gonna plant, probably leave that one open. Let's go ahead and just fast forward here for a minute. Oh, we reached level 3. Look at that. And that means we've unlocked some new stuff. We've got a farm, so all that kind of good stuff. But we also have the marketplace. And we don't have, oh, actually thinking about it, we don't have any pottery. So if you look at the building cost here, you can see that it requires pottery. So let's go ahead and let's build a potter. Now we do need water for this. So that's something to keep in mind. We'll do that. Now, from what everything says, roads do actually help you walk faster. So, I mean, that's fairly useful to do. Oh, and it is now fall. Everything has changed color. Let's take a quick look at our temperature. We're doing fine right now, but we are going to need... We're going to need some heat. So let's see. So our fishing place is over here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to build a fin torch. We'll put one right here. What that will allow us to do is our people will, as they are nearby it, will stay warm. So we won't have to worry about everyone freezing to death. I think 3 will be plenty. We also have the campfire. The houses might actually get cold, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and zoom out slightly and just let the game run for a minute. The 3 torches are done. We don't need them right now, so they won't be lit. I'm just letting them go. Okay, so looks like we've got another quest here. Our king and the bishops involved have been excommunicated and deposed by the deposed, is that correct? By the Pope. This has never happened before. The news is making waves throughout the empire. Some bishops switch to the Pope's side in order to remain in office. Revolts break out in Saxony, and opposition of rulers forms, which considers the election of a new king. Let's go ahead and accept that. We have 13 days. Oh, maybe we shouldn't be escalating stuff, right? Like, that sounds like a bad idea. Now, one of the things to note here, having open slots like we currently do for our houses does mean that that gives people ideas to start having kids. How dare they? So just be aware. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to destroy that hut, and I'm going to destroy this hut. People will move. That way we don't end up with like a ton of kids. Let's just go ahead and fast forward. Cat joined me today. We'll have to see how he feels about this. All right, so it looks like we're doing pretty well. Food is always a concern, and actually it's one of the few things that seems to be the same from game to game so far. I have never had a surplus, and I don't really know what I'm doing wrong. All right, so we've got a potter's workshop, and we are now officially, we have too many jobs and not enough people. So I'm gonna go ahead and immigrate somebody so that they can work on the pottery. Oh, my cat's like lying down. He's so cute. And since we've done that, I also want to get started working on a marketplace that will allow us to, of course, buy and sell things. As my voice goes, because that's just how things are. Oh, and we've got a barn here, which means I'm guessing somebody is working, and we've got 3 sheep available, and they are doing their thing. I'm going to go ahead and destroy the gardener's or gatherer's shack. We don't need that right now over here. We're kind of taking over this particular area. And then additionally, what I'm going to do with this, we do have milk, which is something to drink, but also we can turn it into food, which is cheese. So we'll do that. Does look like there's foxes and stuff running around town, which is an interesting experience. Let's go ahead and just fast forward a little bit. I have to be careful, as you can kind of see now that I'm zooming out at 30%. Yeah, or 30 times. Doesn't seem to be a problem when I'm at the correct... Oh, it's even starting to do it now. I have a sneaking suspicion that has to do with the GPU usage of this game. I don't know what the requirements are for it, but it does seem to be like a thing. So just a heads up on that. Though I don't see it myself. All of the weirdness is on my recording software, because my recording software is actually GPU heavy itself. So I have a sneaking suspicion as I move, the graph, the GPU just like spikes. Because as I'm zooming in and out or like moving the camera, it's changing things. Ooh. I didn't really look at the sky or anything previously. All right, we saw somebody who was unhappy, but that went away. Just fast forwarding through the night. All right, so let's find out why people are unhappy. So currently it seems like I would like not to eat from the floor. Reasonable. And it seems to be a temperature issue. Let's take a quick look. Ooh. Yeah, so we've got some temperature problems. Let's go ahead and build a torch. I think this is taken, isn't it? What is right here? That's the well. Well, let's build a torch here. No. I'm gonna build a torch here. That'll give additional heat and make people a little happier. Other people were complaining about not having enough food. That's not particularly an issue. What it is like the ingredients here. We probably want to hire a couple more people in order to have enough food. I'm gonna build another hut. I'm gonna guess it's kind of cold over here too. Yeah, I'm not too surprised. The huts themselves stay fairly warm, but not like super warm. All right, and we just built a marketplace. Let's take a quick look at that. So the way this works is you choose an item that you want to sell or purchase, and you click on it, and over on the right side you sell over a certain amount or you purchase, or you can inside you can just provide or request, so people will take it or whatnot. So that's going to be useful for us, because I think purchasing stuff in this particular game, given how much money we have, is going to be kind of key to playing this, because I will be honest, this is new. This is a whole new thing for me. We just got into winter. So we've got snow, we've got cold, because that's going to be the problem. Ooh, very chilly. Do we have anybody working on this? You don't have a lot of workload. It's like we have meat delivery and fortification. So it's time to increase our defenses and protect the entrances to the castle, which looks like it'll give us immigration and firewood if we give them wood and stone. And this, the lords demand an incredible amount of meat. Okay, so gold is going to be the big thing. So I'm actually going to go ahead and select both of these for right now. We'll be okay. And the other thing I actually do want to do, where is it? I want to go ahead and build a forester's lodge. So the forester's lodge is a little bit more, is a little bit better than, where do I want to put this? Maybe up here, because there's a lot of trees up here. And just have, or maybe here. Actually, this will probably work. I'm going to put this here. And they will manage the local forest. Let's go ahead and just fast forward and let things run. Food is going to be an issue, I think. Though food has been an issue this entire time. We now have a small cabin. So we've already finished that. Let's check our temperatures here. I'm going to get rid of this one, because it's kind of cold. And this one I'm also going to get rid of. I think these are... Maybe I should hold, because I do need more people. Let's go ahead and let's bring another person in. We do somebody that's upset, but I think it's the temperature issue. Yeah. Things are currently cold. Sorry, guys. Let's actually build another torch down here. And fast forward, because it's 1 o'clock in the morning and it doesn't really matter. I think each year is a week. Or each season is a week, if I've mathed correctly. Now, a whole bunch of people are cold currently. So that is a potential issue, but we'll see if we lose a whole bunch or not. I don't really care if people are upset. Ooh, except for we have someone who is ill, which is a problem. Where are they? Please tell me you're warming yourself up. No, we lost him. Dang it. So they retired, but the biggest issue was the cold. And that is something that I have repeatedly had issues with, though as of right now, it's actually not too big of a deal. Because yeah, we're having a cold issue, but it seems to not be... Is this not lit? Is that the problem? Basically everybody's cold, but it's because none of the torches are lit. I'm gonna need you all to actually like light the torches. We're just gonna have to hope and pray and get through. Look, another one. We're gonna lose this one too. Didn't we just get Bran? Please tell me you're warming yourself up. Okay, he is. But it does look like this torch is not being lit, which is a huge problem. So we have multiple people. Oh, we lost another one. We lost Elric. Was that not the person I just sent to do this work? Oh dear. Well, we're joining. Okay, Hedwig's gonna join us, so hopefully they won't die. And it should be a little bit better because the season is coming to an end, so it should be a little bit warmer at this point. No, we're gonna lose another one. It's fine. It's fine. Let's just get through Christmas. Or get through winter. And then we'll call it good. Okay, there we go. Goodness. Alright. However, we survived. And we... How many of the quests did we actually complete? We're working on the stone. I don't think we're getting any more... I don't think we have anything more currently, so that's good news for us. Let's see what we want to work on though, because now we really need to start thinking about maybe all of these sheep. Are you guys... No, these are all homeless sheep. Curious. We should be able to work on all of these now. Oh yeah, this torch never got completed. Let's go ahead and get that extra person, because I think we have a problem here. Okay. This looks like it's getting actually pretty close to... Nah. closer to being done. Okay, looks like we've got a new quest here. The 2076 ultimatum in the presence of papal legates. Sure. The opposition of rulers decides to give the king until February 1077 to resolve the dispute. With the Pope, they will then meet again to discuss whether an anti-king should be appointed. Some duchies are blocking the path to Italy. We could join them or support the king. So we get to choose whether we support the king or the Pope. Let's do the Pope, because why not? We're gonna be pro-religion, apparently. I mean, I'm not, but sure. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it's giving some Age of Empires, like, history lesson type thing. Did you guys ever play that? It was a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and hire Sepp in here to get some more stuff taken care of, because it kind of feels like we ain't doing too well down there. So we got a lot of work effort, but the raw wood is not coming for the ultimatum. We have 6 days remaining though. So let's just go ahead and fast forward a little bit here. I'm hoping to get this done soon. We got the work effort done. So let's go ahead and pause this because it seems like we need to spend all of our raw wood sending it to the Pope, I guess. We're almost there. Our people are probably going to starve to death, but it's probably fine. Looks like we have some new quests as well. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at that. We've got flames and rumbling. Oh, dragon. A large rumble is heard and flames are spotted in the castle. People rush to put out the possible fire, but they are turned away at the gate. They're told all is well and they can return to the village without worrying. Various rumors about the origin of the flames and the rumbling. So it looks like we get all this. We can have some immigration. Knight's house. It's time to build a knight's house worthy of our rank. The knight's house serves not only as accommodation, but also a prestigious building for political events. That's a lot of stuff that we do not have currently. So I'm not even going to worry about that. I'm just going to get this ultimatum done. Looks like we got a lot of fields, as you can see. Beautiful. So we got that all taken care of. And it looks like we got a whole bunch of like food in this particular area. Lots of cereal grains and stuff. Lots of grass, so that's actually going pretty well. I think in here we can use grass to get food, so that's actually really nice. So at this point in time, I really want to get this Forester's Lodge complete. Now the Forester's Lodge will give us a few different things, not just wood, but also branches and things like mushrooms. So getting that done would be amazing at this point. Okay, looks like we've got another quest here. Our king traveled to Italy via the Burgundy and was received with great rejoicing. Rather than opting for confrontation, Heinrich appeared barefoot and clad only in rags at the gates of Canossa and made a touching plea for his ban to be lifted. Pope Gregory gives in and lifts the ban. King Henry loses his reputation with many as a result. Such behavior is unworthy of a king. So we need to give practical clothes, bread, and work effort. I think we have enough of all of those. The practical clothing being a particular interest of mine because we do have a tailor shop that we can build. So let's go ahead and do that. Get that started. I think we still have basic clothes. We actually don't have any practical clothes. So let's do real quick here. Let's go ahead and buy until we get to 1. Go ahead and fast forward. And actually, let's go into the map here because it's something we haven't done. Oh, it looks like we actually have a trade agreement with a whole bunch of different people at this point. And it looks like we can actually set up... Oh, we don't have trade agreements with everybody. Well, let's go ahead and get these guys and these guys for trade agreements. I'm hoping we can purchase stuff at this point. All right, we got our trade agreement, so we are good. And that means we've got the items that we needed, so we just need the rest of the work effort. Beautiful, done. How are we doing? Same quests available? That's good. let's go ahead and put a pause on that. And we could probably trade for food, actually. We have quite a bit of water, so I'm going to go ahead and just sell. Let's sell over maybe 1,000 to different areas. Be good if we could do that just to get rid of some supplies. It is very warm is what I'm getting out of this. Oh yeah. Toasty in this location. All right, and it looks like this is done, the Forester's Lodge. Let's go ahead and delete the Forester's Stump. And let's hire the previous person over there. And let's just fast forward a little bit. Okay, so it looks like that's going pretty well. Now here, they will cut down the trees, collect mushrooms and branches. We can also have them collect leaves, which is what I want. And they also can care for plants, which we can't do because we don't actually have any dirt right now. Wouldn't worry too much about that though. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to have the leaves also be provided for food and actually prefer the leaves being used for food at this point. And while I'm over here, let's go ahead and also plant some various trees. Just to fill in this area. Oh yeah, that's good. Have some trees to like just be in that area. Let's go ahead and build. Oh yeah, that's good. Can build some garden beds here. I'm just putting the beds that way so like at a glance I could tell what type of things are being grown. You don't have to do that. Perfect. Okay, so we've got a pretty good set of food. We've got plenty of materials. Don't really have any milk right now. We have plenty of just various stuff. So that's good. We do have 2 jobs that are not currently being worked. Let's go ahead and build another small cabin. Now, the reason why we're not building the next level is because the big cabins require bronze parts and we just don't have those yet. Let's see. Do we actually, like, does this place change? It kind of looks like it, has it changed? I don't know. Was this always here? I think that was like some of our new buildings. Anyway, any new quests? Let's see. This, well, we don't have furniture yet. But this actually might be something we can do, though our food is a little low. Let's go ahead and just select that. I want to see what happens. It'll be the last quest that we do unless we get like a main quest in the morning. Let's see how we do. Got all that bread, got all the fruits. Raw meat is an issue? It looks like. Do we not have enough fish coming in? Do we have any fish coming in? That is potentially bad if we don't. Let's just fast forward up here and see what happens. Okay, he's bringing in meat. Looks like it's just taking him a while to do that. So we'll just fast forward until that's done because I want to see what happens. Since there's clearly a dragon in the castle. Okay, so that takes care of that. Let's wait to see what occurs next. Now we do have some additional places to live. Let's go ahead and get rid of another one of these houses. Also, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these roads here. I like how that person just decided to go to sleep right there. Why are you homeless? You can live here. I don't understand. You know what? Y'all do whatever you gotta do. Okay, there we go. Got rid of all of those like additional stuff. I'm gonna remove that road too. How are we doing for temperature over here? I have a sneaking suspicion this is going to be an issue over here. So I'm going to go ahead and put a torch right there. I'm also going to go ahead and put a fruit tree here. maybe there. And we will be able to get some more immigration. Yay! Okay, so what's the new thing? Anti-king. Despite everything, the hoped-for easing of tensions did not materialize. The opposition rulers elected an anti-king in the presence of papal legates. The choice fell on Rudolf of Rheinfelden. We can send gifts for the coronation in order to establish good relations immediately, or we can stay away from the coronation and hold on to the old king. So we don't have either of these things. We do not have jewelry. So let's see if we can actually purchase some jewelry. I just need one. And also, oh, we're not purchasing any of those right now, so that's good. And we just need some work effort, and we have 14 days. So let's go ahead and let this just run for a minute and see if we can actually purchase that jewelry. Doesn't look like anything's happening. We are trying to buy jewelry. We'll give it the 14 days. Let's see, since we are kind of running up against winter time here, what else do we need to do? So I think what I want to do is I do want to actually build a farm. But I'm not going to replace this one quite yet because I've done that in the past and that's been a problem. Oh, here we go. We can also build a fishery. That would be pretty useful. Instead of doing any of that, we're going to build a bakery because food is like constantly an issue for me in these games. Like this game, I just have constant food issues. I haven't had any issues where I've like starved recently, but okay, so we own a ton of gold, but we are not able to buy jewelry at this point. Okay, we're also going to build a forge then. I know that seems really weird, but trust me on this one. And I want this one to be the most important thing that I am currently working on. We have 13 days remaining, so please get to it. Hopefully it won't take more than a couple days. I just need wood and stone at this point. Looks like we are not able to actually purchase this. You know, I'm going to leave it there for right now. Probably going to need... I'm going to make an assumption here. Probably going to need maybe like... buy 6 copper. I'm going to guess we're going to need 10. Buy a couple of those. I don't know if we're going to need anything else. And Cat's fast asleep. Oh, he's so adorable. I'm gonna harass him after this. It's gonna be great. Okay, please build that. Actually need this to be built. Okay, we're really close. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna immigrate one more person. This should be done tomorrow. It's like we're so close. 2, 1, 0. Okay. So let's go ahead. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. We're going to do this. Oh, I need bronze parts. Okay, we are going to do this. So I need copper bar and tin. Actually would really like those items. Now we can do some level of mining ourselves. We have gold deposits on here. But I don't think we actually have any additional ores. Let's go ahead and just double check that. So let's see. Here we've got lead. Here we've got lead. Copper. Okay, we actually do have some stuff here. We may need to actually do that if we can't actually purchase. Let me give it a day to see if I can't actually get any of those items. That's not a good sign. Can we just buy bronze parts? That's maybe the next thing that we might be able to do. And of course it's winter time. Okay, so that's not particularly working. Let's go see what we can do. Set up, let's see if we can't set up some additional trade agreements. Iron, bronze tools, mushrooms, or gold. I think we might be able to do this one. Let's just see if we can rapidly do this type of thing. Looks like we've got a trade agreement. I don't know if we're able to actually purchase anything from them. We do have some coldness. We've got another trade agreement. We have so few days left. We may not get this one in time. We have a lot of cold problems though, as of right now, and that is a potential problem. Let's go ahead and just build a few torches. Build one here. Build one here. I think we're okay. I think that'll be fine. Do I need to build one here as well? Probably. Let's go ahead and fast forward. I hope nobody dies before we move on. Do we buy any of those supplies from those groups? Nope. Do you guys tin and lead, iron and gold? I really need these guys. 0 villagers in this area. Oh. Well, that's confusing. I mean, I'm glad we got some supplies, or we've got, like, we're working on stuff. Okay, so problems afoot. We're gonna need, in order to build bronze parts, we need tin and copper. So we've got lead, copper, copper, copper. Okay, so we've got copper down here. So we're gonna need to build, it's winter time. I think maybe we're gonna just let this pass. I don't know what's gonna happen if we do that. It's way too cold in order to go out and like actually do any of that work. Like we're already having issues with the tiny area that we were working on. So why would I send my guys out? I mean, I'm not saying that government sucks anyway, but like, can you all be like reasonable for once? Let's see what happens. Just gonna let it pass. Maybe we won't get murdered. We have 2 days remaining. Oh, we got the one place done. Oh, we've got our first baby. Oh no. Okay, but I am gonna go ahead and just destroy this place here. Trying to like clean up a little bit, and let's go ahead and have one more immigrant. We're absolutely gonna have to worry about food, but I just want to finish and see this anti-king and see what happens. I don't remember what I said about this previously, but I'll say, you know, I'll say my part here after this quest. Oh, nice. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, wait, did I get it? Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we've got here. We've got 2 quests. We have the opportunity to significantly strengthen King Henry's position. We can imprison the papal representative, Abbot Bernard of Marseilles, I don't know, and his confrere? Sure, they were instrumental in the election of the anti-king and are within our sphere of influence. The Pope and the anti-king won't like that at all. Or, the anti-king Rudolph of Renfelden has barely been crowned when he was expelled from Mainz the following day by royal loyalists. He withdrew to Saxony to regroup. An open war breaks out and both sides demand our support. Surprisingly, the papacy remains neutral. So we can do this. We would get some tin stuff. We can support the king or the anti-king. And here, previously we supported the papacy, so we have to be careful there. And if we do this, we're basically siding with the king. Um, and we would get a whole bunch of different rewards. So let me talk really briefly about this particular game. So this game, I think the core scenario is basically just a village builder, and you can get pretty far. Like, they have different things. You have winery, you know, big bathhouse, cathedral, mansions, all sorts of fun stuff like that. I will say that at least for decorations and stuff, things are pretty limited. I mean, like, you can kind of see some things here, but that's not really the core gameplay. We have some trees, for example, but each tree has a purpose, and most of this is just decorative, but there's really not much else to decorate with. You're really just trying to get through the scenario, the base scenario, by building up a city and get as far as you can and kind of rebuild, kind of a la like Dwarf Fortress. Hey, you messed up. Well, losing is fun type stuff. And I don't mind that. I actually kind of like trying to, you know, I've had so many games where it's like, oh, died to cold. I kind of had to learn how to deal with that. Died due to food issues, which seems to be something I still haven't actually solved. Money is something that's new to this, not new, but it's like something special to this scenario. Usually you have to make your own money. You're not getting money because you're like running your own castle. And, you know, having to deal with like nature kind of taking over, like there's cows and stuff. It does talk, the blip to this game does talk about how everything in this game is trying to like find a way to live. And I don't really buy that all too much. It's just a city builder. Yeah, the animals are going to steal from you, but it just feels like, I think that happens in Manor Lords too, where like bandits steal your stuff. So it's like not anything in particular that I'm like super concerned with. Like, it's just the whole concept of like, it's life or it's land, you know, it doesn't really hold true to me. I enjoy this. I've been playing this pretty much since I got the code for this. I've been playing this particular build for like a week, and I'm still not done with it. Like, I pretty much enjoy it. Like, the concept of having to start over or not liking my city, that's up my alley. However, I will say this, it's very repetitive. I don't mind the fact that like, you can't control your pawns, because that's RimWorld and Dwarf Fortress all over again. It's kind of up my alley. I do like this particular scenario where it's like story stuff of history. I loved Age of Empires for that exact same reason. Graphics, I don't really care. I mean, like, it's fine. Like, the graphics are cute. I do have a concern about how much GPU it's using. I think with my 3080 Ti, I'm kind of like, I've been maxing around like 40 to 50% GPU. And I don't even think I'm hitting that with more graphically heavy games. So I have to wonder if the GPU is actually handling things like cows. Because if that's the case, then there's some issues. And it's GPU, not CPU. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I do know that this game was built in Godot. So I'm kind of wondering if it's just the Godot engine. Because I use Godot and I've been coding in Godot, and I have found that sometimes the engine itself has a little bit of an optimization issue. So I'm kind of wondering if that's what's going on. But it does concern me, because if later in the game things get a lot more heavy, like there's more stuff, more people, you know, how is that actually going to perform? I don't know. I've never hit that point because I suck. So I don't know. But when it at least comes to like, am I sold on this particular game or not? I did get the code for free, but I probably would not pay full price for this. So looking it up, this game is $25, which is not actually pretty heavy, and I think that's reasonable, but I do think it's a little too much for kind of the quality of the game, because of how little, like I said, I don't mind so much about like not being able to decorate. But if I look at other games that are very similar to this one, there's two things missing. One is I want more control of decorating my town. It's a curse at this point, but also this is a problem. So, like many games, this game is highly like kind of like go to the Wikipedia, go to the Wikipedia. The Wikipedia is got jack in it. So you need to, as a gaming developer, either put everything in your game or really keep your Wikipedia up to date. And as of right now, it's not. I think this was the same problem earlier. There's just certain things missing. And this is the exact same problem I had. If you're releasing an early access game, make sure that what is in the early access is in the Wikipedia. Don't. I mean, I have no problems with games where it's like, I don't know what to do. But in something like this where you have no, like, if I hover over something, like, let me pick a person here. Like, sometimes they will say, like, here we go, I am joyful, but what does that mean? Like, what, you know, here's, oh, it's got practical effects, you know, here's different information. I need more. I think one of the things I got stuck with was, like, illness, and I was like, well, how do I fix illness? And there was no information on how to solve that problem, what that problem meant. It said like, oh, it spreads. Did it spread? I don't know. I have no clue. I want to know more. And the fact that that information is not available either in-game or in Wiki is a problem. I personally think, and this is just my own thing, Wikipedias should be a collection of information that is easily available in-game. For example, Stardew Valley, if you track people down, which you can, over days, you can find out where they are and make a chart. And that information is now very easily available in the Wikipedia, but somebody did the legwork. It's not hidden information. In this particular game, I feel like a lot of the information is, I don't want to say hidden, it's not even talked about. There needs to be more detail. And I have a problem with that. So, yeah. More detail. I actually think I complained about the tutorial about this one as well. Not really giving enough information on how to do certain things, like what certain things mean. If you're going to break or not follow a particular, like there's very little storage, for example. How do you decide, like, if there's an object on the ground, like if I put something on top of that, does it delete the item? You know, if I put, I don't know, this on top of it, will it delete the item? Where do things go? I still don't understand how the management of resources works in this game, to be honest. Like, things do they just sit on the ground until somebody goes and gets them? If there's no storage? Just the fact of not having storage is one of your basic things breaks from a industry standard. Most games like this, village builders, have storage at the start of the game where it's like, you can put all your materials here. Look at Matter Lords. You have materials here. You can put food here. Those are later, like, I think root storage isn't until level 2. Granary storage is until level 3. So we need a little bit more info. Please update the game and either keep your Wikipedia up to date or have it in-game. I would prefer in-game because eventually your Wikipedia is going to go down. I'm sorry. The internet's going to fall. Wikipedia is going to go away. I foresee it in the future. So please, for the love of God, if you are making a game, stop it. Put it in your damn game. Stop relying on the internet. I think I've said my bit. I think that ended up being a rant. I have nothing else to say. No one's going to hear this. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, I have said my part. Ta-ta.